What happens now?
Is there a way to turn this thing on?
Is it on?
Who's doing the intro? You want to take this one?
I can do it.
All right.
Okay, welcome back, everybody. It's Hop Along Games, Couch Co-op. We're here again to talk about topics, gaming topics. That's what we do.
It's what we do best.
Yes.
I do it okay.
Some might say.
Well, I'm here just to fill the couch.
Now,
New
There's 3
day,
spots.
new topics. Who knows what's in the topic bowl today?
the topic bowl.
The topic
Right,
bowl.
we have the topic bowl.
The topic bowl contains the topics we will be discussing. Some
Are
wild
they
cards in there too.
Recycle topics, so we don't. If we don't use a topic in one episode, it'll carry over to another episode.
Yes.
Totally.
Okay.
Until we get some topics from you guys at home, we'd ultimately like to do topics that you comment for us. So do that.
That'd be awesome.
And if we get enough of them, maybe we'll just toss all those in the bowl, and that's how we'll choose from those.
Yeah.
And we'll give credit where credit's due.
You got it. We'll give huge shout-outs.
Yeah.
We'll toss the topics.
Toss it. Yeah, you got to toss the topics.
Toss the topics.
You
I picked last one, I believe.
okay?
So.
Aggro, you're up. I said your name right this time.
Yes, you did.
Toss
Getting better. Oh,
those
God.
topics. Toss
I
those
think Dexter
topics.
you just got Dexter's attention.
Dexter's
he-
watching.
Yeah, this is his favorite part.
Drum roll, please.
Remember, he picked the topic last time.
Macleaniac, this is going to be your favorite one. Rage quit.
Holy shit! Rage quit.
Okay, I got stuff for this.
I have to think about this. 'cause I don't rage
Okay, I'll start.
Yeah,
okay.
please.
Oh man, this is so
Actually,
good.
wait.
Okay.
What are we drinking?
quit. What are we drinking?
Yeah.
What are we
Ooh.
drinking?
I am drinking Strongbow apple cider. It is original dry.
Ooh,
It's actually really good, and it is very dry.
it's dry as
Very
hell.
dry. Yeah, I like it. It's very
Alright.
good.
Do you want to drink after that just to rehydrate?
Yes, I will.
It's
pretty dry.
All right. I'm drinking Batch 1904. This is another cider from Toronto. I love this stuff. This is one of my favorite ciders I think I've ever had in my life.
So good.
It's so good. It's good.
Very sweet.
No, it's super,
No?
super dry.
Dry?
Yeah, it's like sour. It's delicious.
Yeah, that's good.
Yeah, I love it.
And today, I've got a McLean's. It's really hard to tell what it's called because there's like words all over it. I think it's called Bent Spoke. It's a sessionable IPA, but McLean's, same. Cool.
Yeah.
So
that's
Giuseppe, you were about to say before
good.
I rudely
Rage
interrupted.
quit. I'm so happy this topic is in there.
It's
So-
not even a question. It's just
I've
rage
actually
quit.
kind of spoken to you about it briefly earlier, but I'm currently streaming Horizon Zero Dawn. That's the game I'm playing. It's PS4 exclusive, and it is a wonderful game. And when I say wonderful, I'm not saying it sarcastically. It's a great game. Visually, it is stunning. You get to play as a female character. She's your heroine, and it's set in a world where Earth is, and this is the thing, I still can't tell, and I haven't gotten far enough into the game to know whether it is thousands or hundreds or maybe millions of years into the future, but Earth is reduced back to tribal type, humans on Earth are reduced back to tribal type societies. And as you're playing, you get to go into old cities that were there, and they're all just like totally destroyed, and it's almost like you're on an artifact site, or like how today we are digging out
like an archaeological dig.
archaeological digs.
Yeah.
Exactly. So exactly. So I said exactly twice. There.
Exactly.
Exactly.
Double exactly.
Double exactly.
For emphasis.
So this game has some awesome mechanics. There's stealth mechanics in it. There are, and what makes this or sets this kind of apart is from other games is that there's creatures in this world, but the creatures are not biological. They are machines. So somehow machines have evolved into what look like ox or almost like oversized panthers.
Isn't
things
there
like
a
that.
Futurama episode
dinosaur
like that?
Dinosaurs.
Yeah.
There's even one that looks like a big giant T-Rex, right?
Yeah.
I don't know.
Isn't there what?
A Futurama episode like that.
Probably.
Farnsworth
Oh, really?
goes onto a planet. He starts with his little bugs to clean the water, and they keep evolving
Oh.
and make like they have dinosaurs
Yeah.
and
Oh,
then
that's pretty
humans
cool.
I
and stuff
remember
like
that.
that. It's a good one.
Anyway.
Anyway,
Yeah. So the game is great. The gameplay is basically you're uncovering the map. So there's fog, and you uncover the map as you do quests. It's a quest-based game, so you get main quests, you get side quests, you get errands, you get all kinds of different things like that. And as you go through the game, you discover areas that are called cauldrons. Each time you beat the mini boss at the end of a cauldron, you gain more knowledge about the machines, and you gain the ability to override existing machines. And as you're playing, she'll say, Aloy is the main character, she'll say, I can't yet override this machine. So you got to go to a cauldron, beat the big boss, and then you can. Or she'll say, if I can get close enough, I can override this machine, right? Mm-hmm. So you can go and you can take control. So you can actually take one that's like, they're called striders. It's like a horse. So you can actually ride the map on it. So
Rage quit.
I'm just setting the scene, right? Rage quit.
Very well done.
So this game has been such a fantastic game, and it's been putting me through lows and highs, and then lows and highs. It's very dependent on resource management, so you sometimes get pitted against certain bosses or areas that are corrupt areas that you have to clear, and I just keep getting my ass handed to me left, right, and center, and I'm like, okay, there are merchants, let me go buy some better weapons, let me go buy some better outfits. It makes a bit of a difference, but you still freaking get killed so easily. That's the frustrating part.
right.
Yeah.
And I actually have a stream, which is probably not going to be on there by the time you guys see this, because they only keep it for a certain amount of time, the video, where I was up against this one big creature called a bellowback, which got a back that's like a big bellow full of liquid that is flammable, and it shoots flames at you and then
Holy
hurls.
shit.
And not only that, you got these little guys called Watchers that are coming around as well. So you gotta kill it while it's trying to attack you, and you gotta kill them because if you put your concentration on one, the other one's attack. If you put your concentration on the other one's attack you, right?
Yeah.
Oh, God.
So I'm getting my ass just handed to me. I spent an hour and 40 minutes.
See, that would be
trying
my
to
favorite
kill-
part of your stream. I love chirping
Trying to
you
kill
when
it,
that's
and
happening.
I killed it twice. The second time was complete, and I won. The first time I killed it, I developed a plan. I used certain bombs that you can lay traps and stuff. And this thing was walking right into them, and I'd go and do a silent strike when it was disabled. So a silent strike is like a critical strike.
Yeah.
And then I'd kill off the bad guy. So it took many tries to develop that plan of action.
Mm-hmm.
And I killed it. And as soon as I killed it, one of the little guys comes by, hits me, and I'm dead. And the game isn't smart enough to go, okay, you killed it, you're continuing off from that point. No.
Oh
Start
my
over.
God.
I have to play it all over again. In the
You're
stream,
getting mad again just talking about it, yeah.
In the
I'm
stream,
ready to rage quit. listening to this.
I turned away from
Stop
the
the video.
webcam. I turned away from the webcam, and I did one of these for a good minute. I was like, and then,
Serenity now.
and then I turned back to the camera,
Contemplate
and I
life's
go to whoever was in the room. I was like, okay, guys, I'm just fighting the urge to take the disc out of the machine and go snap. I was so close to rage quitting.
Oh my
But
God.
there are some parts, like once I finally beat it, it's like, yes! It's that,
Yeah.
that
Well,
feeling of victory.
Yeah.
So
And you know a good game when, despite moments like that, you still want to go back.
keep going.
Mhm.
Yes.
Because I've played games where I've stopped cold.
Cold?
Just like,
So,
I'm never playing this
I
again.
would have stopped cold,
Yeah.
but what's
viewers
keeping me
demand you to
going?
continue.
No. I would have stopped cold. I would have, hey guys, this is it. This is done. Gone. I didn't because I want to know what happened, and this is, I think, the crux of the storyline.
No
To
spoilers.
Earth.
Okay,
Well,
yeah.
To Earth, to bring it back to that kind of society where it's all like tribes,
Yeah.
So you're
right?
at
Stone
the
Age
end,
almost, right? So that's what's keeping me going. Once I know that, if the game isn't over yet, I'm like, I'm done.
That's it.
Yeah. See ya. Fair enough.
That's
Horizon
mine.
Zero Dawn.
Yeah.
Rage
Zero Dawn.
quit.
Yep.
It's a great game. Don't get me wrong, but
Yep.
man.
That is frustrating.
Now I want to play it.
But then again, I don't play games properly sometimes, or I miss instructions, and so No, it's true.
Yeah.
So I'm the guy who was playing Breath of the Wild for the longest time, throwing my weapon at them.
Oh, no,
yeah,
I'm the
that's
one
right.
that told you not to do that.
Yeah, you said, "What? Just swing your weapon at him." I'm like, "Swing? How?"
I would love to have seen that though. Every single battle, just grab your sword, just throw
I was like,
everything
I
at
was just
him.
telling the game, like, this is ridiculous. I'm supposed to bow with
How many
that.
weapons am I supposed to carry to
Yeah.
beat a boss?
Anyways,
That's amazing.
all right, that's my
Are
part.
you still thinking of yours, or?
Well, I know which one.
Okay, go for it.
So, it's not so much me rage quitting. I don't really rage quit in games. I like to play them through and have a good time, and I don't get too stressed out about it. But there is one game that ruins relationships. Do you know what I'm talking about? It ruins friendships.
Ooh.
It ruins relationships.
I think I might know.
It's Mario Kart.
Oh. No, it wasn't
Mario
what I was
Kart.
thinking of.
I do agree, though.
Mario Kart.
I've had some moments where I was seething after some rounds of
It's
Mario
not
Kart.
even me rage quitting, but seeing everybody else rage quit around me. My
Big
sister.
time.
My
Big
sister
time.
is also. She is
She
like
becomes
rageaholic. It's
yeah.
crazy. I'm so sorry. Please don't watch this.
Wonderful person.
She's wonderful. Mario Kart is something that
Very
is a
competitive
source
in
of
that game.
contention.
Very
with us.
competitive.
Super competitive.
So is that where that frustration or that rage comes from? Is competitiveness?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's a competitiveness, and there's always that last bullshit moment where you're winning, everything's good, and you get that well-timed like green shell right at the very end. You're about to cross, it hits you, and then someone throws a banana
I'm
at you.
getting so pissed just hearing this story. I'm so
And then
pissed.
you get the banana right at the end, right? That someone tosses at you, and then you're like, okay, I've got this much to the finish line.
Yeah.
And then there's a green or like a blue shell, a spiny shell that comes and hits you, and then there's a bomb, and oh my god, you're 12th place.
Sometimes
this much-
it's even your own damn fault, and that's
Oh,
just
for
as
sure.
frustrating.
Yeah.
You're just smoking everyone
Yeah.
for all three, like, whatever, there's four or five laps, 4 laps. All 3 levels, all 3 laps, you're in first place, you're just literally having perfect runs, and then
for
for
some
no
bullshit
fucking
happens.
reason, you just coast right off of the side
Yeah.
of Rainbow Road, and guess what? You're in
Look
12th.
who's raging right now.
I'm
You're
so mad
angry.
about it.
I can tell he's like, I'm watching him going.
Can I tell you, is it still wrapped? Do we still have it wrapped?
I was going to say,
Mario
you guys
Kart?
have it?
No, we played it.
We did play it.
We did
okay,
play
okay.
it, yeah. The battle
But
mode
I-
just came out. Oh god, it's so good.
Yeah, battle mode is really good.
Oh god, it's so good. That's
and
yeah.
I don't have the
And it's
game.
bullshit.
Mario
Everything
Kart is
about
an amazing game, though.
Oh fuck, it's
amazing.
crazy.
I don't
game.
see it.
You don't have you haven't played
I have it on 3DS.
it? Okay. You don't have the newer ones though, like the Wii U or the
No.
Switch?
No. It's just, I don't...
What are you doing after this video,
Yeah. Play some Mario Kart.
buddy? Yeah.
I got
You
a
might
CD to go home and break.
Yeah, clearly.
So Mario Kart for me, while I may not, now there have been times where I've put it aside because I'm like, you know what, not now. I can't handle this right now. But
You also kick my ass relentlessly in that game. So
That's
how
also
are you
true.
though? Are you saying it because you just know other people to rage quit while you fucking pummel us into the ground? Because it's not you rage quitting, it's clearly me.
that's also true. I do usually win.
A lot.
Well, like yeah, most of the time.
It's Nintendo. I just don't fuck with her with Nintendo games. Nintendo games are her jam. I'm looking right at the camera. I'm not looking at you, Giuseppe.
Okay.
But be careful, because if we play after, you're gonna,
I'll take it easy on you.
Yeah.
First few laps.
Great.
and you'll still be pissed. All right, for me, rage quit. I rage quit in all games, so I could just like rattle off every game I've ever played, and I've
Seriously?
probably not all games, but
Often.
okay. There's several types of rage quit for me. One would be online multiplayer, where I feel the pressure of being part of a team,
Mhm.
and when I'm not contributing, I just feel so much pressure. Like it is like real sports in the sense that you don't want to be that one person on the hockey team that's screwing it up for everyone else. Like everyone practiced so
I
much,
get you.
and like it's the big game day, and you're fucking it up. It's not good. I don't want to be that guy. So I get ragey at that. So online competitive multiplayer games, like I've rage quit in Overwatch. I actually can't play games like Call of Duty because people put so much time into it, and I don't. So when I go on, they just
Yeah.
whoop me.
Yeah.
And half the time, I'm just like, how'd I die? Thank God for kill cams, because half the time I'm
You
like,
wouldn't
oh, I
even
got
know.
shot from something in the sky that I never get enough kills to actually ever get to control. So, rage quit in that. But the game I really wanted to focus on for my rage quit choice is Dark Souls. Dark Souls, and there's been lots of games that come out that have come out that kind of follow the Dark Souls style or mechanic. But ultimately, the idea in Dark Souls is that any enemy is capable of killing you, and you really need to learn how they move to learn how to either get out of their way or when they're going to be exposed to a strike. It's not like games where as long as you swing the sword and they're close enough, you've hit them. A lot of times, they'll be able to mitigate a lot of the damage you do unless you know your openings. So it's super rewarding if you spend the time to learn the enemies.
Gotcha.
And this is where the rage quit comes in. So when you play through a level in Dark Souls, you collect souls, and you got to bring it back to a fire pit. And at the fire pit, you use those souls to upgrade your skills. So you could play it safe in that game, and you could just go out into the level and kill the enemies that you've already killed 100 times. 100 times. Because every time you go back to the fire and trade in your souls, all the enemies come back. All of them. It's like you're at that spot, but everyone you've killed has come back.
Shit.
But they drop souls again.
Okay.
So you can hang out in an area and just farm the enemies that you already know how to kill and keep getting souls and just keep getting your stats
building.
higher and
Okay,
higher and
okay.
higher and higher. But I don't, because it's boring. It's
Yeah,
safe,
it's like the
but
same
it's
thing
boring.
all over
So
again.
I end up getting that just where I'm kicking these guys' asses and I start getting really confident. I'm just like, these guys are nothing. And there's that door at the end, and I'm always like, I'm just gonna peek in the door. I'm just gonna see what's there. And I'm carrying like, who knows, like 5,000 or 6,000 souls, and I could just go back and turn them all in.
Have you never played a video game before?
Wait. If you get killed, you lose the souls?
Yes.
Ooh,
You drop them on your body.
Okay.
So the way it works is you drop them on your body, and if you can fight your way back to that spot, you can reclaim them. But if you die on the way, they're gone.
Oh.
So you get this one redemption run where you can really not only get your souls back, but because you have to fight your way back, you're getting all the souls on the way. So then you have all those souls plus your souls, and now you're just like, soul birthday! Like, it's the best day ever. But for me, I always push just a bit too far because I start getting cocky, and you don't realize you open that door and you're thinking you're going to get another room full of the same enemies. Then a boss drops in.
Well, shit.
Someone huge breaks all the windows, drops in. He's so tall, he's not even on your screen, and he's got a weapon that you don't even know what it does yet, and you're, again, you need to know the enemies to beat them, and you don't know this guy.
The only way to know is to try and learn.
And it's trial and error. So
yeah.
there's been times when, so there's that rage quit, there's also the rage quit that's 100% my fault. In that game, if you ever played the game, you roll around all the time. It's dodge roll all the time. You're literally just, like, jumping around and rolling to stay away from everything, but when you roll, you have a forward momentum that you can't negate. So if you've committed to rolling that direction, and there's been so many times where I've hit the button by mistake and I'm on some little ledge and it's off into the pit. And it's heartbreaking, and it is really what makes that game great. That mechanic was really original when it first came out. I know it gets used to death now, but for good reason. It's a strong mechanic. Holy shit, did I rage quit that game, but I kept coming back. Sign of a good game, because once, sleep on it, think about some other things, think about your happy thoughts, and then you come back, because then you're like, okay, now that I know what's behind that door, and it's going to kill me, I'm not going to go in there with 6,000 souls. I'm just going to run straight for the door and try to learn the fight, and then I'll go through it again. So you do learn, and so Dark Souls is my rage quit game.
Wow.
Any of them. 1, 2, or 3.
PC?
I played them, because they've come out over time, I think I've followed them through some systems.
Okay.
Trying to think. Dark Souls 1, I actually didn't play until later. I ended up buying it on Steam later for dirt cheap. Dark Souls 2, I played on, I think
PS4?
4, yeah. I think that came out on PS4.
I never played any of them, so.
And then Dark Souls 3 on PS4 as well.
Nice, okay.
And they're all great.
Have you played?
No.
No, me neither.
They're really good.
Except
and it just has such a
I don't know, man. It might drive me nuts.
Well, I know, and there's times when I describe games like that where it's like if you die, you lose everything. Like, I don't think you're a fan of that mechanic.
No.
Like, I can already feel your heart breaking. Like, the pain is real. But I like high stakes because then it's not like, I was reading an article the other day that was talking about Super Mario and how in Super Mario Odyssey they're not doing lives. You don't have
that.
lives.
There's no game overs at all.
No, because they've really become obsolete. You don't need lives in Mario. Even if you lose all your lives, you go back to the title screen, you log back, or you jump back into your game, and you start right there. So they're finally just saying this is not necessary. So there's really no stakes in that. I like games where the stakes are high because then there's times when you're nervous. You're super low health. You're out of potions. And you got to get through those 5 guys without taking a hit. Like, that's some good gaming right there. That's when you either pull it out or you're done. Like, it's the end.
It's a good one.
Cool. Good. Sorry, I ranted there for a bit.
No, it's okay.
I was getting all pissed off again, thinking about Dark Souls. What's next in
Next
the
question.
topic bowl?
Me?
Who's picking? Go ahead.
All right. Let's see here. I'm going to look at Ian as I pull one out of the bowl.
So you already pulled Rage
moment.
Quit. That's really is nice.
Most underrated game. Most underrated game.
Most underrated game.
So underrated meaning.
Okay, we can classify this in a couple ways.
Yeah.
Because I was thinking about that too, like define underrated. It could also be read as a game that you played a lot, as if it was like the best game ever, but you still talk to people that are like, really?
What?
Like, like what you saw something in this game that a lot of people didn't
Didn't
see.
see. Okay.
Yeah. I think that's maybe opens it up a bit.
I have about 2 or 3 going right in my head.
Perfect.
I gotta settle on one. Hold on.
Do you?
No, I don't think I do have to.
I have one.
Okay.
If I may.
Go. Yeah. Go.
There was a period of time, although I guess it's still a little bit relevant. There was a period of time in my life that I loved simulation games, and I would spend hours and hours, like to the point where I would be on my computer, and then I'm like, okay, I'm just going to do just a little bit more, and then it's 4:00 in the morning, and I have class at 8 a.m. sort of thing.
You don't
one
notice
more
the
round.
time just go by.
Yeah, I don't even notice. It's like I'm building this, I'm building that. I'm like, okay, let me just one more turn or whatever it was for whatever game, right? There's one game that I played. I'm almost embarrassed to admit this.
No.
I played so much.
No, I mean
No.
Macleaniac.
Yeah.
Are you ready?
Yes.
Sim Park.
Sim Park.
Sim
Park.
Yeah, so it's a simulation game where you build a park, right? So you start off with choosing a general location, like a geographic location. It could be like jungle, or it could be desert, or it could be temperate, like, you know, your general area. And then you pick your little map and how much water and how many hills and stuff like that. And then you start building. And you build, you plant your trees and your bushes and your plants, and you put in the animals, and then once the ecosystem is nice, like the flora and the fauna have taken hold, and everything is building and everything is good and flourishing, then you start putting in like little buildings and stuff, and you have people walking through, and like little hot dog stands and
cool.
all that kind of thing. I don't know if that was actually part of the game, but
I was like, that feels out of place in like a national park.
It was, and I played it years after it came out. I just picked it up. I saw it. I don't even know. I think I picked up the CD at like a thrift store or something. I saw it. I popped it in.
Yeah.
And I spent more hours. I think I spent more hours in Sim Park than on World of Warcraft. And that was a lot of hours.
Seriously?
It was a lot of hours. And it was just like a fun, kind of relaxing. I'm probably exaggerating on that a little bit.
How long ago was this?
I think I must have played...
So I'm going to fact check that.
Oh, I want to age myself here too. I think I probably played about 15 years ago.
Okay, all right.
15 years ago-ish. I believe it was by Maxis.
So
Yeah.
they did a bunch of sim.
Totally,
Yeah.
yeah. They did, I think, like Sim Earth and stuff like that, which I never could get into. But Sim Park
So
was
wait,
my
you
jam
got
for
it
a
when
long time.
you got it when it was a new game?
I don't think it was brand new at that time.
Okay.
I think it was new.
Like a new release,
it was,
right?
yeah, it was a
It
couple
was?
years after
Okay.
after it was released. I don't think I bought it brand new, or I found it at like Future Shop or something on discount
Yep,
for
I
$5.
gotcha.
One of those like sets that you used to get, 20 games for $15 or some shit. And I played way too many hours. I put way too many hours in that game, but I had such a good time doing it, and I can't find a copy now. I'd love to play it. I can't find it. I can't find anywhere that's like DRM free.
Huh.
Yeah, because I would totally go back to it.
Interesting.
Yeah.
And that I would say that is absolutely an underrated game because I think I've heard of it, but I don't think I've ever played it. I didn't give it much
I'm pretty sure
mind.
I've heard of it. I think I even remember what it looks like.
Well, the interesting thing is I've played almost all the other sim games. I put a shit ton of time into Sim Ant.
Sim Ant I also played.
I don't know
Yeah.
what that is.
Yeah.
It was another sim game, but you manage a colony.
Yeah.
You
Okay.
manage a
I
colony
played
of
it.
Ants.
I wanted to get into it, and I think it crashed my computer. I don't think my computer, and this is years and years
Gotcha.
ago, I don't think my computer could handle it.
I had that baller computer back in 96.
Let's not talk about. Well, yeah, that's about right.
Is it about right? Yeah,
Let's,
96,
yeah.
Kick-ass.
All right.
Kick-ass PC.
No, not really.
No.
But I had one that ran it, which is nice. Did you say yours?
I did not. I'm
Do you
gonna
know
go
yet?
with. I'm gonna go with one that is an original PlayStation title. I wonder if I've mentioned this to you. But anyways, the game is called Bushido Blade. You know it?
Well, we
I-
talked
from
about
you,
it.
yeah.
Okay, we did talk about it. Okay.
Yeah.
So, this game was on PlayStation 1. It's a fighter, but it's based off like samurais, right? And it was a pretty simple concept. There were 3 stances that you can put your character in. And now, this wasn't the classic side view fighting kind of game like Street Fighter or anything like that. It was a first person. So what you would see in frame is your arms and then your weapon, right? And then your enemy standing in front of you. And this game was amazing because it was first person, number one. Number two, you would choose between 3 different stances. One was offensive, one defensive, and I can't remember the other, and so on. And you would strike at your enemy. And you could block. You could block and you could strike, and the enemy could do the same. What made this game classic and step apart from the others is that if you had the right hit, the right strike, you could kill in the one shot.
Yeah.
Interesting. Okay.
If you hit an arm, you disable that arm. That person cannot use that arm, or that player, or NPC, and they were stuck trying to hit you with one arm. You could disable their leg, and you see them dragging their leg as they're trying to follow you. So that's it. It was a very simple game. In fact, I've gone back and tried to play it. I even think I have it on my PSP that's hacked as a thing. I mean my backup of my game. Sorry. Yeah, it's a backup of my game.
Yeah.
And I played it on there, and I went, oh my god, this thing looks so awful. Because the characters are very triangular and boxy, and
That was when polygons really were polygons.
Exactly.
Yeah, but that's not what you remember.
Things didn't have detail much. It just had like a shape and some
It
detail.
just had a texture, a flat texture across it.
But you're right.
That's not how you remember.
That's not how you remember it.
Yeah.
You remember it as a game. You
Yeah.
remember it as... And what really made this amazing is you could be and as soon as you get that thing, you go, whoom, and that's it. Game's over.
Yeah.
You'd win instantly, or it'd go on and
Yeah.
be chasing each other. You could actually, in the middle of the fight, go and run, and the other guy would start running after you, and you'd have a fighting area that you could fight in. So this game was fantastic. I don't think I've ever heard anybody talk about this game.
No, I haven't heard about it until you mentioned it.
Actually, that's not a lie. There's one guy in IGN that talks about it and says it's great. And I was like, yes! You know that feeling you get? But that's the game that comes to mind. Underrated completely. So good. So good.
Good choice.
It's
It was like tense, you know?
Yeah.
You knew that one right hit and you're down. You're dead.
Plus, at the time, I don't think there was another game that had that type of damage system where damage to individual parts were considered.
There
It was
was
always just hearts.
There was no health bar in this game. No health bar.
If you get beat up to the point where you can't defend, you're going to get finished off.
Bushido Blade.
Bushido Blade.
Yeah.
Pick it up today.
Along with Sim Park.
Sim Park, Bushido Blade,
And
mine. See, you guys had such good ones. I really the whole time you were talking, Giuseppe or Kirrok.
Eventually.
I know these people in real life. My choice is Bionic Commando. not
Never heard of it.
No,
perfect.
me neither.
Okay.
This is amazing. Okay, because this got remade, and that's why I thought that it would be a bad choice, because maybe it's not as underrated as I think.
Okay.
Bionic Commando.
Describe it.
Bionic Commando. Bionic.
It's okay.
That scared the hell out of me. Bionic Commando is a game that came out for the original Nintendo, and in Japan, you were fighting against Hitler and the Nazis.
What the fuck?
Seriously?
Yeah, you were trying to take down Hitler and the Nazis, but when it got brought over to the West, they thought that was a little too intense, and he became like this like imperialist guy called like Mr. Bad or something. Literally Mr. Bad, like with 2 Ds. I'm pretty sure that's what his name was. But he still looks exactly like Hitler in the game. He's still got the
They
little
didn't bother
pencil stash and
changing the
everything. Like, but in the game, the mechanic that I loved was that one of your arms, is what made you the Bionic Commando, was a grappling hook.
Oh, okay.
And the levels were like these multi-tiered, think like Donkey Kong style with the tiers, and you could grapple and swing, or you could pull yourself up, and you used it to climb the levels, and your other... I don't think your other arm was a gun a la Mega Man, but I think you were holding a gun in your other hand. And just the level design, it had probably one of the first games that had a top-down map that you moved, almost like Super Mario 3.
Yeah.
But before Super Mario 3, where you moved from zone to zone and you could pick which one you went to. You picked up items in some that would allow you to progress further in others.
Okay.
And it was very... At the time, that was so cool and so...
This was on
so
Nintendo?
new. This was Nintendo, yeah.
The first one.
The first one. They did remake it. I think it came out on, I want to say PS3, but they redid it, and it was so over the top. Like,
Right.
it was just so action, and like those types of mechanics had existed in games like Spider-Man, where you're swinging around, so it wasn't as neat. But that game, I poured time into that game, and it took so long. At the very end of that game, spoiler alert, I don't know whether you're still playing Bionic Commando, and I don't want to ruin this for you, but at the very end of the game, there's a scene where you're swinging, and you can't, the ground is all messed up. You're trying to escape. Everything's blowing up, and you have to swing and swing and swing, and you can't miss a single swing or you fall and die.
Right.
You have some lives in the game, but you, like, and when you get to the very end, you swing out and you fall, and essentially there's, like a helicopter, and he's sitting in the cockpit. And you have to time your shot while you're falling, because the shot travels perfectly straight, that it goes right through the cockpit and kills him.
Oh,
and if
wow.
And if you miss, you just hit, I'm pretty sure you hit the ground and die, and you have to start that whole scene over where you're swinging.
Gotcha.
So it's very, very difficult, but I did it, and it was
nice.
super satisfying. You know, I killed Hitler.
This guy.
I killed Hitler.
Bionic Commando.
Several times, because I went back. I've played it on emulators since.
Okay.
Because it's so good.
You own the original copy, though.
My
of
backup
course.
copy.
Yeah.
Does that make you feel better
Yeah,
because I
that's
said it too?
good.
But I think that is a criminally underrated game. I know that there are some circles that really respect it, though. I have seen it come up in in some chats, maybe on IGN or something. So
The way you speak about it makes me want to try. Like,
it's tough though, because what that was for me as a kid and what that would be for you now, you might understand the nostalgia, but I don't think it'll.
no, it
I don't
wouldn't.
think it holds up
It
quite
wouldn't
as
strike
well.
that memory,
Yeah.
that chord. Yeah, I got
But
you.
it's got some. Oh man, I can picture the music though. It's got some really good music too.
For a Nintendo game.
Action packed. I want to sing it. Nice. Cool.
All
Comment
right.
if you want to hear Macleaniac sing it.
Yeah, do that.
I can actually
please.
sing. All right, should we sign off?
Yeah, we're gonna sign off. That's so like.
Isn't that?
That's how we end every episode.
No.
Come on.
Okay.
We gotta do that.
Wait,
thing.
no, we move every few seconds?
All right, signing off.
All right. Take it easy, everyone. See you next time.
Bye.
Because I talk loud. So we need to be able to individually mix, because I'm going to need to bring my mic down. I don't want to overpower it.
Hey? What?
What?
Okay?
Okay.
Okay? I do like these lights, because my teeth look so white. Sparkling white teeth. Right, Mom?
Are you recording right now?
Yes.
That's amazing.
Actually?
Yep.
Yes.
Shit.